Let me put you up on some game real quick. Now, Robert Smalls wasn't just a freedom fighter, he was a genius strategist, a loving husband, and a legacy minded brother who turned slavery into generational wealth. Now, he was born a slave in 1839 in Beaufort, South Carolina. Robert was forced to work from the age of 12. He swept chimneys, he rigged sails, and later he got assigned to work on boats. But even then, he was watching, he was learning, and he was calculating. Some believe that the white man who enslaved him may have been his biological father. But what we do know for sure, though, is that Robert wasn't about letting bondage define his future. He fell in love with a woman named Hannah Jones, also enslaved, who had a daughter from a previous relationship. They later had their own children together, and that's why he risked it all. This wasn't just about his freedom, it was about making sure that his family could live and love without chains. One night in 1862, while the Confederate officers were sleeping ashore, Robert put on the captain's coat, he mimicked his voice, and he sailed off that dock like a boss. He picked up Hannah, the kids, and a few other enslaved families, y'all, and he navigated through the enemy checkpoints in a stolen Confederate ship. And when he reached Union territory, he gave him that ship and his loyalty. After the war, Robert didn't just fade into history. He bought the very house he was once enslaved in. And he let that white family who used to own him live there rent-free when they fell in hard times. Now that's character. Then he got elected to the South Carolina House, the Senate, and eventually served 5 terms in the U.S. Congress, y'all. Education, civil rights, voting access, he was about the long game. Robert Smalls was the blueprint for generational wealth, family first, leadership, and legacy building. So I'm going to ask you again, what are you willing to risk to free your family? Because you come from brilliance, y'all, from vision, from strategy, and from power. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams. Now, if this story inspired you, drop a black fist in the comments and share with someone else who needs to know and be inspired by this Black History gem.